Alright. Turn off your headlight. There you go.
Hey everybody. Hey, we on?
Yep.
This is the WooFDriver After Dark. Now like I said, we're blazing new trails. You won't see this anywhere. I'm taking you on the dog sled on wheels with myself, of course, the Wolf Pack, the WooFDriver Pit crew, and we are going trailing right now. We've actually got in roughly about 13.5 miles. Looks like we got another 2 miles or so, which will be perfect. Give the Wolf Pack around 15 miles. They've been running wonderful all day. We've had some slight sled on wheels problems, slight bike problems. You can look at our earlier feeds. We did some wonderful roaming through the forest, let the dogs off leash, did a little bit of free ranging.
Wait a minute, stop, I just realized something. Did you set this up for Wi-Fi?
Yeah, it's all set. That's how it's broadcasting.
Okay.
Set up, so we did some wonderful free ranging, crossed some incredible looking bridges, climbed up on the bridge over the Susquehanna River that we're paralleling, and it's pretty much been epic, as most of our journeys are. This might have been a little above epic because of so much scenery that's been at this trail. So right now, I'm going to put you in the hands of the Shawman. He's going to narrate. I hope you'll be interested in asking questions, comments, whatever else is on your mind, and we can probably address it. We're here to have a good time. This is the party ride. Dogs are amped up and we're ready to go. So, Shawman.
Alright, so this is Shawman. I will be your narrator once again, like I have been all day long. And I am coming at you, shooting a live video feed on an iPhone using a night vision scope that we've attached to the front of the iPhone. This night vision NV3 military grade scope allows us to see in the dark. So it's pretty much pitch black out here right now. We've got a little bit of a light on the front of the regular light on the front of the bike so we can see what we're doing. But otherwise, I've got I'm going to scan over here just so you can see it a little bit. That big whiteout you just saw there, I can't see. It's an infrared emitter that lights up everything for us. Like all those woods are pitch black. That's a train you hear going by. Hold up a second, Martin. The bright light you see back there is WooFDriver. He's got a headlamp so he can see where he's driving. So I'm not sure how much we're going to be able to see of him with that big bright light shining in our eyes. But we'll give it our best. It doesn't look too bad. The downside of this night vision scope is it doesn't autofocus. And it's pretty darn sensitive. It's not really designed for moving. So it's going to be kind of hard for you to fully appreciate. There we go. But I am going to do my best. Probably can't hear me right now because there's a train going by right next to us. As with a lot of trails, they go along train tracks because train tracks are kind of leveled out and there is areas to either side that are kind of public spaces. So you see a lot of these trails going along train tracks. We've been going along this all day long and this is the first train. So hopefully that noise will be gone here soon enough. But it is pitch black out here. Right now the only thing I can see is Bill's headlight in my eyes. Otherwise it is totally dark. You can see the scope does pretty darn well. It's called an NV3 Night Vision Level 3 scope, which is pretty much the highest level grade you can get. When you see those SWAT teams in the black gear going in chasing after bad guys with the things attached to their eyes so they can see in the dark, we pretty much have the same thing just attached to our phone. Not the little $500 stuff you buy on Amazon. This is like high grade military stuff. Unfortunately, it doesn't look too military grade because this trail is not paved like the trail we're on all afternoon. And it's pretty bumpy. So I'm having a hard time holding this night vision gear attached to an iPhone, trying to keep the iPhone from falling out of the brackets, and keeping the speed up monkey, and keeping the IR emitter going, and everything else. So there's a lot going on here in the background. I'm trying to bring you the speed, and hopefully this bumpy trail will calm out here in a little bit, so you guys won't have to get seasick as you watch the speed. If you all have any questions, just put it in the comments. I won't be able to type replies, but I can view the replies as I'm going along, and I can answer them by talking to you. So speed up a little bit. So once again, I apologize for this bumpiness. If you think it's bumpy looking on the camera, you should be in the seat right now. We're going along the Lancaster County River Trail, which is in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, and it flows along between Pennsylvania Railroad tracks on one side and the big Susquehanna River on the other side. Susquehanna River is a pretty major river that flows down through Pennsylvania and eventually ends just a few miles over the border of Pennsylvania into Maryland at the top of the Chesapeake Bay. It's the largest major freshwater tributary to the Chesapeake Bay, and we're all in the watershed of the Chesapeake Bay right now. During the day, you can see probably some of on the feed some of our live videos we shot earlier in the day, where you can see how beautiful it is all around this area. Slow up a little bit, monkey. Yep. They're dropping behind. We passed through right before. Okay, go ahead and speed up. Right before it got dark, we passed through an area where they were trying to restore the property back to its original pre-colonial state. When the Europeans came to America, we not only brought all of our agriculture, like that we planted over here, and we also adopted a lot of the agriculture that was currently in North America from the Native Americans: corn, tomatoes, potatoes, stuff like that. But we also brought a lot of essentially weeds, and those weeds and a lot of the landscaping plants that we brought with us, a lot of the Boston ivies and things of that nature, and other things, have all taken over the landscaping of North America. We passed through earlier a whole section where what they've done is cleared all that out, and they planted something called Indian grass, which is a native to this area, indigenous grass, and it was just gorgeous. We were just going through this beautiful trail through rolling fields of green Indian grass. It kind of had a look of wheat or rye or barley or something like that. I thought we were in farm fields at first until we figured out where we were. It was really amazing. I got to adjust the light here because it's not working too well what I'm doing. There we go. Now we're going through a wooded area. There's some houses on the other side of the railroad track there, so it's not quite as rural as we were earlier today. We were having a really hard time even just keeping a signal so we could keep our live feed going earlier today. For anybody that is not too familiar with what we do, our whole team is called the WooFDriver. It's centered around a person, Bill Hellman, that calls himself the WooFDriver, and it's basically overland dog sledding. We have these very elaborate dog carts that he can hook up his husky team to and work his dogs and let them get the exercise and fun that they want. Just slow up a little bit, monkey. While we have fun too. And we're always trying to find different things to do. Wow. Alright, I'm going to shift around here a little bit. Different things to make things interesting. And one of the things we've been doing these past few years is night vision. And that's where we are now. Okay, speed up, monkey. Right now it's a challenge because the only way to do live feeds from Facebook is from a phone. So we can't use any of the normal camera systems and computers and stuff we used to do. It has to be on the phone, and in order to do night vision and a camera feed through Facebook, it's got to be the camera of the phone. So we've got this elaborate contraption attached to the front of the iPhone that allows us to see in the